Today I'm answering the question, how can you jump from knowing the theory behind composing a song to actually composing something that sounds unique, melodic, and catchy? First thing I would say is if you can identify what theory concepts are used in your favorite songs and your songs that are catchy to you, of course, you can make them sound that way. So let's jump in. Immediately when I think catchy, I think, all right, what if we start minor and then we do some barred major ideas, right? So if I'm A minor, and then, now of course, a lot of people know this is Karma Police by Radiohead. It uses this exact progression here. But what this is a D major with an F sharp in the bass. And the D major is a 4 chord of A major, the parallel major of A minor, right? So if I'm thinking A minor and parallel major, 4 chord, and then back to A natural minor, G major. Now let's say I stay on this. Now C, because G is the fifth of C, so that's a dominant to tonic relationship. And let's say I want to now go to F, which is the 4 chord of C. Sort of into A minor, I'll go use harmonic minor, the 5 chord, the dominant E major. And that can actually take us all the way around. So let's come back. Well, I like the Karma Police, we're going to use it. Somewhere else. Let's go with the deceptive resolution still in the key of A minor, but we'll do a substitute of it and we'll actually do D minor over F. And then how about A minor? We'll loop that around again. Flat, because F is the fifth of that, and that sort of puts us now into D minor, a little stronger, especially if I go like that, A major at the C sharp, and now let's straight up D minor. Now I'm D minor, and right now how about G minor? And D minor. Idea. Let's say I want on that G minor. Let's say I want to add that next melody note up to the A. Stay on that chord. G minor 7. Let's add that A back in. Let's say I put that G back in, but I'm going to C with the G on top. Keeping it kind of modal. And maybe D minor. D minor 7. That's obviously it's very much like we can go G7 if we want. And it's a 2-5-1 in the key of C. We'll come back to C. How about a half diminished B, half diminished 7? Relative major of our original key, A minor, and we can go back there anytime. Let's set it up a little bit with something like a B fully diminished 7 chord. Right, that's enough to do that. I just did like a little G sharp, F sharp. I can even do the E if I want, which gives me the 5-1. So if I do that B fully diminished 7. Do the E chord and now take it all the way back. And there you go. Exactly. See, so with the knowledge of theory about not only what notes you're playing in the chord, but what their role is in functional harmony, you have an understanding of how things can connect to each other in cool, curious ways, and things that are, um, really dramatic, or if you want to stay really tonal and start to hone in on one note, having the resolve, having that sense of resolution more than any of the others, then the tonal moves to do as well, especially something like a predominant to dominant to tonic. If that's happening in the bass, and especially if you get like T do, say I'm in C, right, we go that D minor over F, the G, but I'm going to put the B, the open B, as the melodic note. That's T do over the C like that. So those are ways to really make it sound very nice and put together, right? Then if you even want to have like different flavors, you can do things sevenths and all that, but just really know your notes, know your harmony, and once you have an understanding, I would say, of diatonicism and functional harmony, you could put that stuff together really, really easily. And especially if you want to expand that, different chord voicings all over the neck. If you know what notes are in your chords, you simply find them on the instrument, and it's easy to do. That's really about it. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being interested in being the kind of player who wants to be the best that they can be. Because if you're watching this far, you'll notice that, and really in all of my videos, that it's really about having your goal and saying, okay, what do I need to be able to do to be able to realize my goal? And then it's not so much of what we have to do to actually make that a reality. It's just staying very clear and decisive on what we actually want and not changing that answer. So when we do that, we actually get a really great result because we end up training the right kind of things. Like with my music theory students, I always start from the ground up. I was talking with someone today, and they needed a refresher, and I was like, no problem. I was like, how about we start from the beginning and we start testing from there? And that's really the way to go. This way you don't have any holes in your music theory knowledge, because those are opportunities for building abilities and skill development. So if that's you and you don't want to be struggling anymore and you're having a lot of trouble with, keeping track of the chord voicings, keeping track of, I don't even want to get into diatonic harmony or anything like that. But if you're having trouble with knowing your notes on the fingerboard, even, because that is such an essential part of having command of music theory, please feel free to reach out. Send me a message, send me an email. I do it in a couple different formats here, but let me know what your greatest problem is. Let me know what your challenge with music theory or songwriting is, and I'll give you a free 1-hour lesson, and let's get you the results that you really want to have right there in that session. Okay? So thanks. Be well.